It's 5 o'clock, it is a Wednesday, and it's time for...
Craig and Ryland's Magic Review Show.
And I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
And we've got some amazing products for you today, and some products, to be honest, that aren't that great. But if you're new to the show, thank you very much for tuning in. Please subscribe to the channel. We put tons of videos up on this channel every single day, but we're going to be performing every single thing that we review. We've got some great ones, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, including 2 items by your favourite magic shop. He loves Alakazam. And in fact, without further ado, let's get into the first review, which is an Alakazam product. So the first item that we've got that has been released by Alakazam is by Nikolas Mavresis. I think I said that right. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
I think I said that right. And it's called Zen Match. So I'm going to perform it for you guys first of all, and then me and Ry will talk about what we think about it. So here we go. Right, okay, so what we have here are some Zener cards. You can still get these around today, but you can tell this is an old box, right? You can tell that?
Yeah.
These are designed to test whether people are psychic. It's called ESP, Extrasensory Perception. I don't believe in that sort of stuff, but I do believe that I can influence you. So we're going to try that, an experiment in influence, okay?
Yeah.
Now, this is very interesting because I've had these cards a long time. This is a colour match set. They didn't make many of these. Normally, when you have a pack of Zener cards, they're all black and white, but these are all really colourful. Makes it kind of interesting. But you can probably tell when I take the cards out that they're a little bit older. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. This is what we're going to do, buddy. If you've never seen ESP cards or Zener cards before, there's 5 different symbols repeated. I've got 2 sets, so I've got 10 cards altogether, and both sets are the same. We've got a circle, we've got a square, we've got a star, we've got a cross, and we've got some wavy lines, right? And then you've got a set as well. Now, I'm going to mix my set up very, very quickly. I will give them a mix up, and I'm just going to lay these cards out here in a row on the table. And now you are going to mix these up or in a very specific way, buddy. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take these cards, and you're going to say deal or switch. If you say deal, I'm just going to deal the card onto the table. If you say switch, I'll change the positions of the cards and then just drop them on the table. So deal would be like this, while switch would be like this. Do you understand? We'll do it face down so we don't know which card's which. Deal or switch, my friend?
Deal.
Deal. And again?
Switch.
Cool, beans. And again?
Switch.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it again?
Yeah.
Okay, you do. Deal or switch?
Deal.
Okay.
Deal. 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 Deal.
That's interesting. Not many people do that. Okay, we'll try it one more time. Deal or switch?
Deal. No, I mean switch.
Okay.
Deal.
Yep.
Switch.
Switch. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Now, I want you to cut the cards, my friend. Cut them any way you want to and complete the cut. Just give them a cut. Cool stuff. Now, do you want to cut them again, or are you happy? I don't want you saying later on, I made you cut the card. You cool with that, yeah? Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, in other words, we mixed up the cards, yeah? You decided on all the mix-up. You then cut them into a random place. You could have cut as many times as you wanted to. You cut right there. At this point, I couldn't possibly know what the order of the cards are that you put down, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel at any point you were influenced at all? No?
No.
No? You feel like you had a free choice?
Yeah.
And I put these cards down in this order from the very beginning, didn't I?
Yeah.
Star, cross, wavy lines, circle, square.
Yeah.
Why don't you turn that one over? You decided to put that one there. Turn it over. Turn it over. And you put the square right next to where I put the square. Even though you mixed them up and cut them, you could have put them anywhere. Have a look at that one. Yeah, try that one next if you want to. Wavy lines and wavy lines. Go for another one.
That one.
That one. Star and star. Which one do you want to try now? Circle and circle. And cross and cross. And you did. You must be psychic, dude. You must be psychic. That's what it is. You're psychic. So that is Zener Match, and you know what? I think that is absolutely brilliant. You and I sat down. We watched the download. We listened to Peter explain how the trick worked. What did you think?
I think it was very good.
It's amazing, isn't it? It is so clean. I got to be honest, I was completely fooled when I saw it done. I was like, that makes no sense. You were fooled as well, weren't you? You didn't know how it works. Now, I've been using ESP cards for a long time, which is why I have a tattoo down here of 5 ESP cards and I've got the wavy lines in red for a psychological force. I use ESP cards an awful lot. I've never seen anything like that. I've seen lots of different ESP matching tricks. I mean, Alakazam released one themselves, Ryan's Revenge, and that's the best one that I've ever seen. The pros of it is, how easy is that to do? It's pretty easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no sleight of hand, there's nothing difficult. Obviously, you need to watch the whole download, but there's nothing difficult there. The cards are beautifully printed. You do feel like they are really old cards, even though they're not. You get everything that you need. The cards are marked.
I was going to ask,
yeah?
after the review shows, like, are those cards actually old?
No, they're not. No, they've got printed. They're brand new, but they really look old, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think? Peter Nardi had some old cards lying around and you just thought he'd make a trick up. Nah, it's really, really, really brand new, but they're being designed to look old, which kind of fits in with the presentation. The cards are marked as well, aren't they? But they're marked in a very, very clever way. They're very easy to follow the marks. And it's just such a diabolically clever trick. You just need a table, but you don't need a mat. In fact, you could probably routine it without a table if you wanted to. The cards come in 2 sets. You can have pro size or poker size. Poker size is the size of a poker deck. Pro size is the size that I was using. They're a little bit larger, which makes them perfect for parlour or maybe even sort of a cabaret show or something like that. Working on stage, I think it would work really well. Yeah, I mean, that's all I can really say about it. It's just really good. The download is great. Peter is obviously an amazing presenter, amazing lecturer, teacher. He goes through everything in great detail. He goes through all the different things that you need to know. I love it. I love it. You put it in your pocket. You're ready to go anytime, anywhere. It's an instant reset. It's just great, you know, for a walk-around performer, for a close-up performer. And the nice thing is, by the way, although it's a mentalism item, I don't do mentalism, you know, I'm not a mentalist. However, I do like mental magic. I do like my magic to kind of dip its toe into the mentalism world. And what I like about that is I can present it as mental magic. You know, it's the sort of trick where you can go down the route of hardcore mentalism or you can go down the route of mental magic. It's definitely going to stay in my act. I love it. You said that you wanted a set as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because up until a couple of days ago when we started looking at these, you'd never even seen an ESP deck before, had you?
No.
No. What are you going to give it? Zener Match, what are you going to give it?
100.
You're going to give it 100%?
Yeah.
He loves it. Are you biased because it's an Alakazam trick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. He's honestly the biggest Alakazam fanboy in the world. I'm going to give it, you know, I'm going to do this. I'm definitely going to do this, as I say. Oh, it'll work really well on a Zoom show as well. If you're doing an online show, you're doing a virtual show, it'll work really well in a virtual show as well. You don't actually need to have the person there in order to do this. So with that in mind, I'm going to give it 95%. I'm going to start doing it as soon as I can.
A tiny bit higher.
No, we're not going to go down that route today. We're not going.
Just a tiny bit.
No, not today. No, I'm putting my foot down with a firm hand. Not today. 95%. I think it's absolutely brilliant. 100% from him, 95% from me. If you're looking for something interesting to do that's very commercial, this is the one to go for. Highly recommended. Right, so next up we have a really hot item. We have UnMasked by Arkadio. Solange. I think I've completely butchered your name. I'm really sorry. And this is one that a lot of people are talking about. It's a quick change routine with a face mask, which obviously in the current climate is very, very topical. So I'm going to perform the routine for you. I've got the mask. I'm going to put the mask on. I'm going to perform the routine. And then me and Ryle talk about what we think about it. Right, here's how the trick works. Right, I have a pack of 52 playing cards, yeah?
Yeah.
We also have some bigger cards over there, which I will get back to in a minute. You're going to pick a card, bud. So as I go through, well, actually, I'll do it like this. As I go through, anytime you want to, just say stop.
Stop.
Have a look at the card. Show the camera. Do not show me. I cheat. Okay.
Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Mummy?
Got it?
Yeah.
Put it back. Wonderful. I'm going to leave the card in there. I'm going to put it in my pocket. We'll get back to it in a minute, okay? Now, as well as that, I have 5 of the most villainous characters from TV ever. TV and film. We've got Guy Fawkes, V for Vendetta. We've got Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs. The Joker from, obviously, the Batman films. The Mask. And Venom from Spider-Man. You've never really seen any of those films. I know you've heard of Venom, but...
I've seen Joker.
Have you? You've seen Joker, have you?
Oh, yeah. I watched Batman with you.
Oh, yeah, of course you did. Yeah, of course. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, right? I'm just going to do this, and as I do it, tell me on to just say stop.
Stop.
You sure?
Yeah, that one.
What you got? Can you just have a look at it?
Yeah.
Got it? Mix them up. Give them a mix up very, very quickly, and then just put them over there. Right, so we have a situation where Ryland is thinking of a playing card, and he is thinking of a super villain. It's trying to do this. Right, come back, right? Just put them down. Put them down. Right, here we go. First of all, the card. Concentrate on the card, Ryland. Your card was a red card, right?
Yeah.
It was a heart.
Yeah.
Watch this. 1, 2, 3. Boom! Right, was your card the 7 of hearts?
Yeah.
Look at that! It's amazing, but also, you thought of a villain. You thought of a villain, didn't you? Let me see if I can do this. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Right there. I got Joker. Was that your villain?
Yeah.
Yes! There you go. And that is UnMasked.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's UnMasked. You absolutely love this, don't you?
Yeah.
Mainly because I think he loves supervillains. He loves the Joker. He loves Venom, that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, this is topical. Let's be honest right now. In the current climate, we have to accept that when we eventually can perform outside, which, will be soon at some point, don't know when, but when we can perform for groups of people outside, there's a very good chance we're going to have to wear a mask. In fact, over the last few weeks, over the summer, I know a lot of my friends and myself have been performing, and we have been wearing masks. Masks are just a way of life that are going to be here for a little while longer. So, I found that when I'm performing at private parties, they don't want a mask worn, but if you're going into a venue, they absolutely insist on it. So if you are wearing a mask and you have to wear a mask, you may as well incorporate a trick into it. And these are way better. I love Prop Dog, and I don't blame them for doing this. Dave Bonsall, Prop Dog are amazing. I think they're probably one of the best magic shops in the world. However, they've produced the masks with all the playing cards on it. And to me, that's like the modern equivalent of a playing card tie. It's kind of like, no, please don't wear that. My friend Alex was wearing one the other day when I met him for Costa Coffee. I was so embarrassed. I was like, please, Alex, take it off. Put a normal mask on. But I don't blame them. Yeah, well, that's the thing. If you're going to wear a mask, right, if you're going to wear a mask to a gig, you may as well incorporate something into it. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't think I'll do the Joker thing. I think I'll probably just leave it at the card revelation. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I do like the idea that it's a very well-made mask. I mean, it is very well-made. The quality is great. Once you've got it on, you're ready to go. It's basically an instant reset. All you have to do when you've done the reveal is just as you walk away, flap it over and you're ready for the next group of people. So it's an instant reset. Angle proof. The change that I did where you do that's pretty much angle proof from every single angle. They do go into a couple of other changes. So they do an S fan, 2 one-handed fans, and they teach you how to do that and change the mask as you pull the fans across. And the same with the villain, with they take the Joker card and cover the mask up, and when you take it off, the Joker's there. So there's a few of the changes, but for me, the most commercial change is the one I just did because it's literally angle proof. And you know what? Quick change artists are very, very popular these days. You love the quick change artists, don't you? Where you kind of have everyone change their clothes and they change their clothes really, really quickly. And if you can incorporate something into that, it's super visual.
Why don't I take dress code and that mask?
Dress code. Well, you do dress code an awful lot, don't you?
Mask thing.
I don't think the mask can be too big for your face. I don't know. But yeah, you can do it as just a change into the Joker thing. You can do it as just a change into the cards, or you can do the way I present it, which is both. Don't expect long instructions. It comes with a link through to a YouTube video that has a 5-minute download. But that's all it really needs. I mean, I took it out of the box. I was like, okay, this is obvious how it works. And it is. I like it. I'm going to use it when I get to go out and gig again and I have to wear a mask. Why not? Why not take a mask? When it's black, it looks smart. You don't have to use it in performance if you don't want to. You could just literally walk around with a black mask all gig. But if you want to actually do something and you want to do something that looks, and it is super visual, they don't expect it. Boom. It's the sort of thing that you'd expect a magician to do. Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not have it ready to do? It is my attitude. As a revelation, I think the card thing looks great. As I say, you could alternate between the two or just do them both as the way I did it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to give it 80%. I like it. I really like it. I'm probably going to do it. What do you think of it?
I think it's very good, and when I'm older, I'm probably going to do it.
Well, we'll try the mask on you and see if it fits you. It might fit you.
Yeah.
After we finish the show, we'll put the mask in.
100%.
100% for Ryland. You know, if you like visual magic, what's not to love?
And
It
if you
looks
give it
amazing.
like 90, I'm going to force you to give it like a bit higher, like in between 90 and 90.
I'm not going down that route. I'm doing 80%. Okay, I'm going to use it. It gets 80%. I really like it. I think it would work well at a gig. It's a very quick thing. It's fair. It's you're more expensive than most props, but I think that puts it out of the range of an amateur. Which is good, you know. I think, yeah, there's nothing to like. It's 80%, 100% from him. He's going to do it. If the mask fits him, I'm going to do it. It's a win. Right, so next up, review number 3, we have another Alakazam item. I know it looks like Zener Tech from earlier on. It's not. It's called the Aged ESP.
Yours was blue.
And his is red. Yeah, when these came in from Alakazam, he picked this one, I picked that one. So I get to have that one, even though he wants to nick it off me. He gets this. This is called the Aged ESP Deck. It's an hour-and-a-half download. Basically, Ryland's locked himself in a room for the last hour-and-a-half watching this download. And you
I
now...
literally stamped off into my bedroom and said, bye-bye, Muppets.
Absolutely.
And I stole Mummy's iPad.
And now you're going to watch it. Now you're going to perform a couple of the routines off this, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It feels like we're doing all Alakazam finals.
It does feel like an Alakazam
but
special.
the next one's not done.
Not Alakazam, no.
Okay, so I've got some Zener cards.
Okay.
Now, so I've got a bunch of different cards. So I've got stars, I've got wavy lines, I've got squares, I've got crosses, circles. I've got a whole bunch of different.
Looks like a lot of cards there, right?
Yeah, if you remember, when we watched Ghostbusters together,
Yeah.
at the beginning of it, you had Peter Venkman, and he was testing a boy and girl. The girl got it wrong, but he said he got it right. Sometimes she got it right, so Peter Venkman showed her, but then the boy pretty much got it right, but he kept on saying he
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah.
And he kept on going,
I remember that as well, yeah, that was funny.
that was funny, yeah.
Well, I wonder why he lied about the girl knowing how, you know, the girl got it wrong and he said...
Maybe the girl, he likes the girl, maybe.
He likes the girl, yeah, you're probably right.
Now, what you're going to do is you're going to put the cards like that.
Yeah?
And then the top cards, you're going to take that card and cover it up and no looking at it either.
Okay, so I can cut anywhere I want
And
to.
I'm not allowed to look.
Okay, you're turned around. Okay, so I cut anywhere I want
Yeah.
and take one card and cover it up.
Yeah.
Okay, I've done that.
Done it?
Yep.
Now, I'll tell you, I'm going to read your mind.
I don't even know what the card is. Did you
So I
want to...
can't read your mind. And I'll figure out what it is. I say it's orange.
Orange.
It's got 2 lines.
Right.
And it's like that. It's a cross.
Dude, well done.
Yeah.
That was luck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll try it. We'll try it different. We'll try a different part. Different. Something
Different experiments.
Yeah, different.
Is that the word you were looking for?
Yes, something different.
A different trick. Whatever. Get on with it. Okay, what we got now?
Okay, so do you have a lucky number?
I do actually, yeah.
I have 2. 3 and 8.
3 and 8, that's your lucky number.
Yeah. What's yours?
What's my lucky number?
Yeah.
7.
7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one.
That one right there, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Again, you're not allowed to look at it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you've got that one, then
Yeah.
we'll put it there. Now, so if that's 25, there's going to be 24 here. So we're going to make 12.
2 piles.
Yeah, 2 piles of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay.
So 12 in each, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you remember what my lucky numbers were?
3 and 8.
Yes, so let's count down to 3 and 8. Well, let's see the matching pairs on 3 and 8.
So that's not. Put it there. There you go. That's not a matching pair.
No, because that's 1, 2, not matching. 3, my lucky number. Weird. Look, 4, no. 5, no. 6, ooh, no. 7, no. 8. Yeah, 8 is a yeah. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Well, you probably haven't seen the other square.
I didn't see the other.
I'll tell you why.
Why? I love that, Ryan. That is brilliant. That is so cool. I love that.
Loads of squares.
So that is the aged ESP deck, you know, by Peter Nardi. The download had Peter Nardi and Jamie Dawes on it, didn't it? And the two of them together were incredible. So he watched the download, then I got to watch the download when she deemed that I was allowed to watch it. There's some... Go on.
5 days later.
Yeah, 5 days later, something like that. There's some amazing tricks on there. That trick that you just did, I absolutely love that. I love that. I think that is so cool when you've got the visual of the 5 things. And it's self-working, that trick, isn't it? Like, it's completely self-working. Yeah. Literally, if you just follow the instructions that Peter gives you. Describe the other trick that's on there as well that you learnt, the really good one, where you take out the 5 cards and you've got a whole bunch of face-down piles. Tell them about that.
It's with this one.
Yeah.
Right. So you've got cards,
yeah.
and then you make and you get 5 cards that are different. So star, square, wavy lines, cross, and circle. Yeah.
And then you take the rest of the cards and
I put the rest of the cards here in 4 piles.
5 piles?
4.
5? One behind each card?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
4. Oh yeah, 5 piles but with 4 in.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. 5 in.
Yeah.
5 in the piles but 5 piles with 4 in.
yeah. And then they pick any card they want.
They pick any cards and those cards that they pick match the cards in front, and they can examine.
It's really good. It's really good.
Really.
I think there's about it's an hour and a half download. I think there's about 5 or 6 routines on there. Peter has also included a marketed effect that I think costs £15 on its own called Ryan's Revenge. He's included that at the end of the download. He's just added it on for extra value, which you can actually do with these cards, and you can actually do it even better than the original. Because these cards are also marked. You weren't using the marks in your routine. No.
But I figured out how to use the marks.
Yeah.
Just to make sure but I need to make sure the cards aren't the wrong way.
Yeah.
I figured out how to use it.
Yeah. So he's got it. So they are marked. The routine that Ryland did.
I thought you had to you learn the mem deck as in special mark. I found the card and I was like, what? How are they marked? And then I looked at the cards. That's why when you were in the living room on a phone call, and I looked at the card and I was like, oh, what? And then I looked at the back and I was like, oh, they are marked.
Yeah, exactly.
But I didn't know how.
But they're marked in a really clever way. So the cards are marked, although Ryland didn't use the marks in that routine. Just like with Zen Match, you can have them in poker size or pro size. They're aged. They look really nice. They feel really nice. I think you can build yourself a really nice ESP set, sort of set routine with this. Peter goes into a version of Will the Jacks match with this, using ESP cards, Will the Signs match. And it's really nice if you have a routine where you end up with matching pairs, and then you go into that Will the Jacks match. It's just brilliant. I mean, honestly, there's so many different things you can do. All of the routines that Peter and Jamie present can be done over Zoom or in a virtual show, which makes them even more commercial. I mean, it's great. They work on stage, they work parlour, they work close-up. If you're primarily a close-up performer, I'd suggest getting the poker set.
I really like it.
He loves it. He's never worked with ESP cards before, but he absolutely loves them. This is gone right up there in one of your favourite decks, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So what are you going to give it?
I bet you can guess.
You're going to give it 100, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to give it 90. I think it's really good. I think that if you're going to get this, you should get Zener Tech. If you take Zener Match, if you get Zener Match and you get this and you get the 2 routines, you've got
and the Master and the Las Vegas and Uno and Swindle.
Honestly, I think at this point, Alakazam should consider having you as their mascot. Dude, you just talk about Alakazam products all of the time.
I actually said to Mommy, go to Kent today and go to Alakazam.
It's not even open at the moment.
Why?
Well, A, it's a Sunday, and B, it's closed at the moment because of the coronavirus.
Well, ask Mommy to go next when it's open.
Okay, well, why don't you... Peter might be watching this. Why don't you say, Peter, please, can you open up so Mommy can go and buy me some more magic?
Peter, please can you open up so Mommy can go and buy me some more magic?
Hang on, why have I got to buy the magic?
Because we don't drive. So you've got to drive down to Kent. It's only a 7-hour round trip. Have fun. See you later. 90% from me, 100% from him. It's another Alakazam smash hit. Awesome stuff. So the final routine today is a deck called the Visible Deck, which makes a very bold claim, right? It says that this is better than the Invisible Deck. Now, the Invisible Deck has been in every magician's repertoire that I know for a million years. And it's a classic. You know, magicians do it for a reason. And the reason is it's an amazing trick, right? They think they've improved it. Now, we reviewed on this show a couple of weeks ago
Impromptu
Invisible Deck, yeah, and it were part of that download bundle, and that was amazing because it did improve it, because it made it with a regular deck of cards. Michael Close's routine did exactly the same thing. Took the Invisible Deck, achieved the same effect with a regular deck of cards. This guy says he's improved the Invisible Deck, so I'm going to perform it for you, and then we're going to look and see if it has been improved or not, okay? So, right, I've got a pack of playing cards here. There are 52 cards in the deck. When I snap my fingers like this, you're going to name a card. You can name any one of the 52, but I will tell you right now that the card that you name is the one that I have turned over in this pack. You see, earlier on, I turned a card over in the pack, and when you name the card, I guarantee you I've predicted the card you name. I'm going to snap my fingers right now.
4 clubs.
You want to change your mind?
I'm fine with that.
You're fine with the 4 of clubs. Check this out, buddy. Here's the cards, and they have been here the whole time. Is that fair? Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Because down in the middle of the deck, somewhere in the middle, there is one card and one card only face down. I'm going to put it right down. I want you to see that it really is the only card turned over in the deck. All of these cards are facing one way, and this 4 of clubs is facing the other way. Well, this card is facing the other way, and boom, it's the 4 of clubs. That's the trick. Now, you're probably wondering, anybody who's got the Invisible Deck is probably wondering, well, that's all well and good, but what's the difference between that and a normal Invisible Deck? Well, that's a very good question. First of all, it's way more expensive than a normal Invisible Deck. There's 2 improvements. First of all, don't expect a brilliant presentation for the Invisible Deck. You're not going to get a brilliant presentation. This is an 11-minute download where they literally just explain how the trick works. There is no special presentation for it. It's improved in 2 ways. The first way is how they've roughed the cards. I'm not giving away anything by telling people that the Invisible Deck is rough and smooth. And what they've done is they've roughed the middle of the card only instead of the outside. So because of that, the concept is when you're spreading through, it's easier to separate the card because you can push in the middle. You got a bit of a cough, haven't you, buddy? You push in the middle and they stick together. And when you want to separate it, you can push them out at the side. A little bit like Richard Sanders did in his Any card routine. I mean, that's a nice addition. It's a nice touch. It's not worth the extra money. The other thing that they've done is they've cut the cards slightly differently so that at the end of the routine, so let's say that they've picked, I don't know, the ace of diamonds, you put the ace of diamonds down, at the end of the routine, you can turn the cards over and you can give them a quick, well, you can't do it like that, but you can give them a quick, you know, that's the problem. This is the issue of, there you go. This is the issue I've had with this deck from the very beginning. You can have a quick riffle, and if you're lucky, no face-up cards show, and you can show that you've got a pack of face-down cards, and then this is the only card that's face-up. That's the other addition that they've given. Now, 2 problems with that. The first problem is, I I've spent like probably 4 or 5 days working on this now, and I've dribbled from this direction, I've dribbled from this direction, I've dribbled here, I've dribbled here, I've dribbled here, I've dribbled here, and it's not 100% surefire. There's always one face-up card that shows in the face-down deck, which completely negates the point of it in the first place. The second issue that I have with this is, in all honesty, that is solving a problem that doesn't exist. And this is an issue for me with a lot of Magic creations, a lot of tricks and products and downloads that are released to market. The issue I have with it is that it's solving a problem that doesn't exist. No magician ever in the history of Magic has ever gone out and done the invisible deck, and they've got to this point where, there's one card face down. Nobody has ever gone, and they've shown it's the card, and it's the only one turned over. Nobody has ever said, actually, can I see the other side of those cards? It just never happens. And I've performed the invisible deck on stage. I've performed it cabaret. I've performed it parlour. I've performed it big tables. I've performed it one-on-one. It's never been an issue. It's never been an issue. This is solving. This is, if anything, this is drawing attention to the fact, because it's not a very clean display. Even if it worked 100% of the time, which it doesn't, but even if it does work 100% of the time, it's not dribbling the cards like that is not a very clean display. It would be a clean display if you were doing it as an offhand moment. But if the creator of this trick thinks it is important to show the deck is all face down once they've shown the card in the middle face up, or whatever it may be, then that is not a clean enough display. Just dribbling through the cards is not a clean enough display. And if you're doing it as like a little moment, well, that's not worth the extra money for the trick, because it doesn't need that convincer. The invisible deck does not need that convincer at this point. So what we have, oh, by the way, when they've roughed the cards, they've roughed them in the most ridiculous way ever. They've said another issue with the invisible deck is that magicians can't do the mental math. Magicians can't take 7 away from 13. Magicians can't, Ryland, take 7 away from 13. What does that leave? 6. Well, a 7-year-old can do it. Maybe if a magician struggles with the mental math behind the invisible deck, maybe they need to, spend less money on magic books and more money on books. Basic edition might help, maybe, I don't know. So in order to get away from this mental math that is so ridiculously complicated that you need a PhD to be able to do it, they've screwed the trick up even more by roughing 4s next to 4s. So there's no mental math. You just look for the 4 and you separate there. You look for the 10, you separate there. But the problem with that is now when I spread through, you're seeing diamonds and spades. You're not seeing any clubs and hearts. And that, for me, doesn't look very good. I prefer it where it's odds and evens, like the original invisible deck. And he does say you can reset this up in any order that you want to. But the problem with setting it up, well, I've bought the trick. Why should I take it out of a rubbish order and put it into the order I like just because you think something's better when it's not? I mean, it's not worth the extra money. Just, here's what you want to do. You want to do one of two things. Go and get yourself the original invisible deck and just work it in until the roughing fluid isn't a problem and you can separate it very easily.
And it doesn't even need an improvement, the invisible deck.
Thank you. It doesn't. I know I've been going off on one and I haven't had a chance to let you speak. But yeah, it doesn't need to be improved. It's taking something that doesn't need to improve and it's improved it. It hasn't improved it because, yeah.
No, they haven't improved it.
They haven't improved it. So, yeah. So, I can't even remember what I was saying now. But, yeah. So, or go and get some roughing fluid or a Harry Robson roughing stick and get about 5 decks of cards. You can spend like £7 on the cards. You can go and spend £5 or whatever it is on the stick. And you can make yourself 11 invisible decks and save yourself £60. And there's no presentational advantages to this because they don't even give you a presentation. So this is a waste of money. This gets 0% from me. I think it's terrible.
0% from me.
If this was an invisible deck, I'd give it 100%. Because
I literally hate it.
You literally hate it. That's a strong word.
Actually, give it 0.
Right. I know you love the invisible deck, don't you? The original invisible deck,
Yeah,
you love
it
it.
doesn't even need an improvement.
It doesn't need an improvement. So I tell you what I'm going to do. Because this trick is so terrible, I'm going to perform this trick one more time. And I'm going to share with you my presentation for the invisible deck that I've done for about 12 years. Because every single time I see somebody do the invisible deck presentation, they do the same thing. I've got an invisible pack of cards, blah, 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 which is fine. But I think there's so many different ways to present this. I'm a big fan of Cody Fisher's thing with the paper balls where he throws the balls out and the invisible deck is basically used as a kicker. That's really, really good. This is how I've performed invisible deck close-up for many, many years. I'm going to perform it for you, and if you want to use this presentation, you are more than welcome. So, Ryland, I've got a trick with a pack of cards here, okay? Now, I'm going to break every rule of magic, my little friend. I'm going to break every single rule of magic. I am going to tell you how this trick works. Would you like that?
Yeah.
For this, I'll leave my phone, and you'll see why I need my phone in a minute. Basically, what's going to happen here, there we go. What's going to happen is, in a second, I'm going to turn one card over in this pack. And the card I turn over will be the card you name. I'm going to turn around. I'm not going to let you see. I'm going to take one card out. I'm going to turn it over, put it back in facing the other direction, leave the cards on the table. You're going to name a card, and it'll be the card you turned over, and I'm going to tell you how it works. It's because every magician, when they become a professional magician, they learn how to communicate through time, like Doctor Who. I can speak to my future self. My future self can speak to my past self. And what will happen is my future self will call me, tell me the card that you're going to name, and then that's how I'm going to be able to reverse that card in the pack. Because I'll know what card you name, because my future self is going to tell me the card that you name. That's exactly what's going to work. I can tell you don't believe me. You're a fan of Doctor Who, and you don't believe me. Seriously, I'm going to speak to my future self. He's going to tell me the name of the card. I'm going to turn it over. You're going to name a card. Oh. As it happens, look, here we go. My phone is ringing. It is future Craig calling me. Hang on a second. I just have to take a call from future Craig. Hi, how you doing? I'm very well. You should know I'm really well. You were me like 5 minutes ago. Of course I'm really... Of course he's here. You know he's here. You were me 5 minutes. He's standing right next to me. Yes. Yes, he has got a cough. Okay, yes. 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 Are you sure? I don't want to look stupid. Are you positive? Okay, thanks. Say bye to future Craig.
Bye-bye.
Do you want to hang up on him?
Yeah.
Go on, press the button.
Bye-bye.
Boom, job done. Right, okay, so future Craig is gone. He's told me the card that you're going to pick. 1 minute, I don't want you to be influenced. I'm just going to turn around here. I'm not going to let you see. Hang on, I'm just going to turn one card over in this pack. Got it. Done. Okay, Ryland, name a card. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'll tell you why it doesn't matter. I know what card you picked. Because me from the future has told me from the past what the card is. So it doesn't matter. You could name any card, but it's already predetermined which card you're going to name. Name a card. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Name a card.
Two of hearts.
You sure?
Yeah.
You positive?
I'm sure two.
Final answer?
Two of
Phone a
hearts.
friend?
Yeah.
Ask the audience? 50-50?
Yeah.
Two of hearts?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Two of hearts, right?
Yep.
And you could have named any card. And I said I'd turn one card over in this pack. There it is, right there. Turned one card and one card over in this pack, which I have. And that card is the Two of Hearts. Proof that I can talk to my future self. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
But there is one more thing I need to do. I just need to call myself in the past, and I just need to tell them what the card is. Hang on. I'm gonna call past Craig now. This is me in the past. Just 1 minute. Hey, how you doing? Okay, there's no need to get shouty. There's no need to get. Yes, I know. Is Ryland there with you? Yeah, I know he's got a. Yes, of course. Yes, he's gonna name the Two of Hearts. No, I'm not lying to you. I wouldn't make you look silly. Yes, it's gonna be the Two of Hearts. Just turn that one over. Okay, bypass Craig. There you go. That's all I have to do. Anyway, should we do another trick? And that's my presentation for the invisible deck, which is absolutely crazy and totally bonkers.
But it's cool.
It's cool, right? I'm into sci-fi. I'm into geeky stuff. I'm into time travel. We sit and watch Doctor Who all the time with your sister, don't we? Yeah. So I'm into that sort of stuff. And, you know, it's got to fit with your presentation. But you know what? That's my way of doing the invisible deck. And I've done it for probably about 12 years now. I absolutely love it. So you're going to get nothing from buying this trick. But I didn't want to waste your time watching this review, so I thought I'd share with you my presentation for the invisible decks. There you go. That's my presentation. Feel free to use it. If you do want to use it, by the way, you want to get yourself, just go on the App Store, get yourself something called Fake Calls down there. That's where it is, Fake Calls. And all you got to do when you get that Fake Calls app, right, It's kind of a review for fake calls. It's a free app. If you want to get rid of the ads, it's 49 pence. It's the best 49 pence you'll ever spend. You can set it. You can have any ringtone that you want to. You can have the name of the person that's calling you, in my case, Future Craig. You can have any ringtone that's in your phone. You can actually have call you. And then you can set the timer for 30 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, all the way up to an hour. I set the timer for 1 minute. And that gives me time to do the opening presentation, and then Future Craig calls me, and then all you have to do is hit call, and what happens is it blacks the screen out, so it looks like the phone's off. So I just put the phone down there, and then what will happen is a minute later this phone will call. I've got it on silent because of the show, so it didn't actually ring, but normally it'd actually make a ringing noise, and you go, oh, there's Future Craig calling. So there you go. That is something that you can spend 49p on, and if you like time travel, you like geeky stuff, you like science stuff, that's a really cool thing to do. Do you like that? Have I shown you? Have you seen me do that before? You must have seen me do that before. Have you seen me do that presentation before? Once. Yeah, I thought so. I was about to say I've been doing it for about 10 years. Right, okay, so there we go. That is another review show in
the bag.
In the bag. Highly recommend all of the Alakazam stuff. Highly recommend the mask stuff. Save your money on this. Go and get yourself a Harry Robson roughing stick. And please don't forget to follow us on YouTube. We put videos up every single day. It's Wednesday today, so tomorrow we've got a magic stuff. Friday we've got a rant. Saturday we've got an honest trailer. Sunday we've got a Q&A, and then we're back to Monday with Marketing for Magicians, and you can check out him by going on YouTube and typing in The Kid Magician, and you can watch him. I think you got some cool ESP stuff going up this week, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So go check out Ryland the Kid Magician, subscribe to us on YouTube, and we will be back later on in an hour with another performance video. I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
See you again soon. Bye, everybody.